Hey guys, in this video I wanted to just chat about a couple of things about the build that I was doing, which was Crit Impale Earthquake. But since this is the last day before December's events, I had to rush this build. I didn't really quite finish it, and it wasn't that successful, so I'm gonna talk about this build last. There are a couple other things that I want to talk about, like in general Endless Delve, and what I think would be nice for Endless Delve, and then Endless Doors, Endless Heist. And then like Atlas Invasion. But since Endless Delve is fast, I'm gonna talk about Endless Delve. But even before that, I also want to mention, I'm sure everyone are gonna be promoting their own Nexus store. GG partnered with Nexus. That was long ago, but now they finally brought the supporter packs. People have been asking for some supporter packs. If you don't know, through Nexus stores you can support content creators that, well, actually you can even see the other content creators that are listed here. That have Nexus Store, and when you purchase through the Nexus Store the new supporter pack, content creator also gets a cut from that, and what you get from that is exclusive things. You can only get these through Nexus Store. You cannot get them through other supporter packs or through in-game store. So you do get basically a pirate set. You get full pirate armor, even peg leg, which only works if you use full set, or I believe if you use armor set and boots. You also get pirate monkey, which sadly does not pick up loot. You also get footprint empty access, and you get 200 points. Now I'm gonna be honest, if you want just points to spend those points on other empty access, just buy normal supporter pack. But if you like this set, well, you can only get through the Nexus store. So I am, I guess, promoting my own Nexus store. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, or you can just go nexus.gg/Woolfio and you're gonna see the course supporter pack. Now on to Delve. So actually Delve is gonna start, depending on how fast I manage to upload the video, is gonna start an hour or two after I upload this video. And Endless Delve is a unique, I guess, experience because you don't need to go through like normal acts, you just only do Delve, and it is solo self-found. So you're not gonna be able to trade, you won't need to do labyrinths, you're gonna be able to ascend at certain points, and you're also gonna lose your resistances at level 40 and 70, so you need to plan appropriately. Now, Endless Delve also gives you a powerful unique items on startup, and you can view those items. Like if you go to this thread, you can click on that, and you're gonna get some special uniques that only appear in Endless Delve, and you're gonna get all of them, and you can actually create a mule character and dual wield some of those if you choose so. But some of those are pretty interesting, like this for example. You could very easily do a cast on crit build because it's very fast weapon, and 12% base critical strike chance works very well. It also gives a global critical strike chance and critical strike multiplier, which also works for spells. So you're not gonna start like empty-handed, you're gonna have some items for starting. There are other rewards. Basically you are just trying to reach certain level. At certain levels you get a chance to be rewarded. I actually never ever won anything from those events, so it's pretty low chance because there are a lot of people competing, but there are a lot of prizes. Endless Delve may start slow because you don't have a build and killing enemies is gonna be slow, but I think if you pass level 50, it's gonna speed up and it's gonna feel faster and smoother, and it's gonna be easier to reach a higher level after level 50. If you don't like Delve, just reach level 50, you're gonna get a guaranteed mystery box, Atlantis mystery box, one per account. But if you reach higher levels, you can get a chance to win some other things. And also there are gonna be Twitch drops enabled. You're gonna be able to win guarantee portal effects. So during Endless Delve, I'm sure that you know that you need to connect your Twitch account and PUE account. So if you watch someone for 2 hours during this Endless Delve, you're gonna win Arcane Void portal effect, which actually looks pretty cool, and I have this from long ago. Then there's gonna be other Twitch drops during other events. There's a lot of prizes, and all you have to do is basically participate. Now for Endless Delve, talking about the builds, you don't need a lot of damage for delving. Unless you want to push for level 95, then you're gonna have to think about getting more damage and becoming a bit tanker. But for Endless Delve, if you're not playing hardcore, you can, if you die, you can just repeat the track and until you succeed. But all you need is good clear speed. It doesn't even need to be very fast moving. And early on, I would probably recommend you to just get darkness resistance and light radius. So early on, you're just gonna be focusing on getting darkness resistance, light radius. You don't even need sulfide capacity because you're gonna have infinite. And then later on, once you have your build going, you have the speed, you may start getting maximum flares and dynamite and going blow up the walls. Another thing, temporal rift can work very well in Delve because with temporal rift you essentially can teleport back to where you were 4 seconds ago. So if you go into darkness, check there's nothing, boom, teleport back and continue going. And it works so well with temporal rift, and you're gonna be immune to temporal chain just in case is also gonna heal you. So even if you go into darkness, you do need to be quick, because if you take too much time, you're not really gonna be teleporting out, you're just gonna be teleporting where you are. So you need to be fast, but it will also heal you. So if you pop into darkness, start taking some damage, then quickly pop out, you're gonna get healed and you just can continue through the main track. So temporal rift is another suggestion. So get good clear speed build, like let's say Fireball Ignite. This is what I'm probably gonna be starting, Fireball Ignite, because I don't think it's gonna be trying to delve very deep. I think I just want to reach like level 75, maybe level 80, and yeah, that's maybe 85, I don't know. I do like some of these armors. So it's an XP game. You just need to kill fast and clear fast. And Ignite Fireball does pretty well. It scales well, it does good damage, it proliferates ignites. So enemies not gonna have a lot of avoid elemental ailments early on. So it is also gonna work well, but later on we may start getting ailment, not immunity, but ailment avoidance. But it's actually not that common, it seems. However, if you want to push deeper, I would probably go for Spellslinger Volatile Dead, because it scales pretty well. It chases enemies down even through like around the corner, as long as you got enough light radius, because you can't really kill enemies inside the darkness. And some enemies that are like in mid between darkness and non-darkness take reduced damage as well. So Volatile Dead works very well for delving as well. Another thing is you're probably gonna want some corpse destruction thing. So if you play like a normal build that does not shatter enemies or destroy corpses like Volatile Dead, you may want to use cast when damage taken linked with any offerings, because when you get hit, it's gonna destroy corpses, and those corpses that were about to explode because of, you know how delve works, those are gonna be removed and they're not gonna explode. So that can add some safety. You may also want to consider getting phasing, like if you're running through enemies and they are blocking the door, sometimes it's hard to leap or dash or flame dash, and phasing can help. So phasing plans can also be useful. So yeah, that's pretty much all about the delve. I'm probably gonna make more videos about like Endless Heist and Atlas Invasion. Atlas Invasion sounds really cool, but I think Atlas Invasion is only gonna be fun going through 10 acts. After that, like you're gonna need to unlock all the Atlas. I'm not sure if that's gonna be fun, but also the items are not gonna be transferred to the Scourge League or to the standard. This is in the Void League. Basically, everything that you gain is gonna be deleted. It's gonna last for 10 days, then there's gonna be Battle Royale in between, then after Endless Delve it's gonna be Zizaran Gauntlet, which I'm not gonna be competing and not even gonna be attempting. It's scary and I don't want that. Then Endless Heist. So for Endless Heist, it's gonna be a bit different. You definitely want to be tanky, and you don't necessarily need very good clear speed, but you do want to be able to take care of scary targets, because you don't need that much clear speed. But you do want to survive, because if you die, well, you always want good clear speed if possible. But for Endless Heist, I think it's more important to be tankier, because if you die, you lose all the rewards that you picked up, and you don't want that, right? I'm probably gonna think about more builds for Endless Heist, but my Arc Ignite build worked very well for Heist. It was tanky. It does have issue killing stronger targets, but for Heist you don't really need that. You just pick up a reward and get back safely. And my Arc Ignite did pretty well at that. And now lastly, I want to talk about the build that I was doing. I only reached level 84. I just in the end got frustrated and decided to quit the build because it was too annoying. So the idea was to go Crit Impale Earthquake. I miss playing Earthquake, and by the way, I'm using Crystal MTX for Earthquake. It looks pretty cool. And while Earthquake looks even cooler, basically every step you create a shockwave. But I am using exerted attacks, so it does not exert while skills. Now, Intimidating Cry basically doubles the damage for up to 3 attacks in my case. And for clear speed I'm using Seismic Cry, but for bossing I'm using Intimidating Cry. I have it on instant cast, so we share the cooldown. I think my issue was I wanted crit because I never really played with the good Flesh Ripper and it always seemed cool. And I bought actually 2 of them. I was trying to craft this thing. Socrated skill deals 20% more attack damage and then roll good physical mods and then some attack speed or crit chance. Crit chance is needed because, well, when you're hitting so slowly, when you're attacking so slowly and you are playing a crit, when you don't crit, it feels absolutely terrible. But when you do crit, you can pretty much one-shot map bosses. 1 or 2 shot map bosses. Now, because this is Impale, I ran into another issue that I did not think about. I am using the Impaler. The Impaler, basically you apply 4 Impales with 1 hit, but you cannot apply new Impales for 4 seconds on that enemy. Even your party members cannot apply that. The issue that I ran into was, first of all, Earthquake is 2-hit skill. First is weak hit, which applies impales, and then the second one, big hit, which removes impale, which isn't that bad. It actually synergizes pretty well because there are also nodes that, like this, 30% increased effect of impales you inflict with 2-handed weapons on non-impaled enemies, which means it's gonna apply 4 impales with 30% increased effect. And when the shockwave happens, it's also gonna remove those impales, which, let's be honest, are not that strong, but they are also not that weak. Like the after shockwave is gonna do its own damage plus the impales that you applied. Now the main issue was actually that I was using Ancestral Warchief, which also applies impales. So I was using Ancestral Warchief before the boss fight. I would summon it, it would hit, it would cause maim, which I also needed, but it would also cause weak impale, and then I would hit with the shockwave and it would do bad damage. So funny thing, I removed that. I also changed Pride because Pride requires you for enemy to be inside Pride's AoE for 4 seconds to get the full damage. I removed that, removed the Ancestral Warchief, and I started doing more damage. Imagine that. So in the end, my damage wasn't that high, and this is like a not up-to-date build. This is what I Fury crafted as a build. As you can see, after shockwave is 1.4 million damage. That's without the impale, but the initial hit is weaker, but it also applies impale, which is also not completely correct because PUB does not calculate against non-impaled enemies, so it would actually be stronger. So average hit damage plus impale, so that's like over 1 million damage for initial hit damage, and then Aftershock hits for like another 1.4 million. So it should do like almost 3 million average hit damage. But another issue was that it's a crit base. If you don't crit, you do like no damage. It feels like no damage. You just keep hitting and hitting and hitting. And it just feels bad. I think going crit impale is not the right call, especially with slams. Maybe with like faster slams like ground slam it would work better, but I did not enjoy this. It was fun one-shotting map bosses and some other tougher enemies, but as soon as you don't crit, it feels so bad. For the items, like I said, this one is like almost 600 DPS, physical DPS, which is like 50 chaos or something like that. And I spent like 7-8 exalts trying to craft a better one. Couldn't get anything better. This actually, I wanted this, probably I was thinking of multi-modding. I was hoping I could hit something nice, but like I keep failing this. Yeah, like that. I keep annulling the wrong mod, and it just never worked. So I just gave up on this build. It seemed like this build just did not want me to play it. By the way, on the helmet enchantment, I'm going slow impale, slow earthquake because there is no longer a reduced earthquake duration helmet enchantment. There is now this. Earthquake deals 8% increased damage per 0.1 second duration. So you're basically getting 80% increased damage for Earthquake. But it feels bad to not use less duration. You normally would use less duration, but it's a bit lower damage and I still don't have enough attack speed. It has all sorts of issues. It's still lacking some min-maxing. I definitely could get more damage and more tweaking. You also need to survive when you're attacking this slowly. Sometimes very difficult to survive, and there were a couple cases where I just spawn inside incursion, attack, and then enemies all shoot at me and I'm dead. And then the aftershock wave happens and well, I'm already dead. So yeah, that's pretty much about the build. I will include path for building import code in the description if you want to check this build. And this is by the way Scion, and this is by the way how Scion looks with the cursed body set. And then there's that monkey. Oh, one last thing. During the delve, I'm probably gonna play delve for like 2 or 3 days and then be back to Scourge. But because of that, the next video is probably gonna be about what's unique about the sneak, and probably gonna post a couple more videos about well, just demonstrating skills, those short videos. But I feel like people are already getting tired of those short videos, so I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you started hating those videos or just I know that people are skipping them if they are not interested, but sometimes you pick the skill to demonstrate and then start wanting to play that skill. So that's also kind of nice. If you don't know what to play, just pick up any random skill that pops into your head and just try using it for yourself, just to demonstrate how it looks and see if you start wanting to play it. There has been a couple times where I didn't know what to play, then did a video demonstrating the skills and decided I really want to play that, like with Inferno Blow. Didn't really think about too much about it until I demonstrated. Now I'm thinking about Kinetic Blast and also thinking about the Soul Rand. Not quite sure if I want. Soul Rand could also work for Delve, so yeah. So in December, expect more what's unique about this unique videos and probably fewer build guide videos. So for now, thank you for watching. Have a good luck in Delve and Endless Heist, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.